Hey Trent Knights, it's Mrs. Vega. Welcome, frogs. We're getting close to the end of the year. We got 3 more weeks. We got to dig in and work really hard to learn what we're going to be throwing out at you at the packets. So, our learning targets for this week are reading. I know the sounds for oi, oi. And for writing, I can write a how-to paper. And math, I can use place value to compare numbers. So let's get right into it. I hope that you will watch the videos links that I'm also sending you, because there's some fun videos that sing songs, and I think it'll help you learn even better. So if you watch the one that I sent for oi, you'll notice that there are 2-letter blends that make the sound oi. OI and OY. And the interesting thing is the OI is usually found in the middle of words or sometimes at the beginning, like the word oil. And OY is usually always at the end of a word, like joy. So noise and joy. So when you watch my little video that I sent you with the oi sound, see if you can start to memorize and notice the oi, OY at the end, and the OI in the middle. We're also still working on cause and effect. And if you remember from last week, we talked about how something happens in the story and it leads to something else, the effect happening later. So you're going to read about a snowman. It's kind of fun to think about snow even when it's hot outside. And you're going to read it, and then you're going to think about how cause and effect is happening in that story. We practiced it a lot, so I want to see if you can do it on your own. And the next thing that you're going to be working on this week is for writing. So I love making how-to papers because you get to give somebody else instructions for what you want to do. Now you can pick any topic you want. Maybe you're a master Lego builder or a Pokemon player. I want you to pick something that you know how to do really well, like maybe it's jump roping, I don't know. And I want you to write out the instructions for how to do something. So you'd be wanting to teach me or your parents or your sister or brother, and then we'll read those instructions and see if we can do it. So here's an example. This one is how to make a card. So at the top, they kind of brainstormed the materials you would need for making a card, like a birthday card: glue, pencils, scissors, paper, maybe old magazines to cut out pretty pictures, markers. And then it's really easy. What you do next is you make a list, and in each of the steps, you're going to write sentences that will teach the person reading it how to do your skill. So you get to be the teacher. So if you look at this example, I'll read a couple of them so you get the idea. 1, draw or trace shapes on colored construction paper or cut them from magazines. 2, cut out the shapes. It's really simple. It's just giving people directions of how to do something. 3, fold a piece of construction paper in half. 4, arrange the cutouts on the folded paper. Put glue on one side of the cutout shapes. Place the shapes on the construction paper, glue side down. So you'll notice some of the steps just have one little sentence. Other ones have more than one sentence because maybe that step takes more information of things to do. 5, write a message on the inside with marker. So I want you to pick something that you know how to do and teach someone else to do it, breaking down the steps. It doesn't have to be 5, it could be more, it could be less. You get to pick and draw a little picture next to it to help. Okay, next, for math, we are going to be comparing objects, or I'm sorry, not objects, we're going to be comparing numbers, and we're going to be using place value to do it. So I love the extra video that I found for this, because if you notice, there's some little symbols that we're going to be using this week. This little symbol here, it looks like a carrot or maybe a sideways triangle without a bottom. That one means is greater than. When it faces the other way, same shape, just facing the other way, that means is less than. And then you already know this one, equal, is equal to. So we're gonna use these symbols to compare numbers, and we're gonna decide if the number is greater or less than or equal to. And I like thinking about these symbols like an alligator mouth. And the song that I found does that. So the alligator always wants to eat the biggest number. Jump, jump, jump. So if you look down here at the example, you're going to be reading this sentence from left to right, just like you read any sentence. And so that's why you have the same symbol, but it faces different ways, because sometimes you have to face it this way, other times you have to face it the other way. So like I said in the goal, we're going to use place value to compare the numbers. That means we're going to look at how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. In this number, this is equal to 159. And then on the other side of the line, we have one group of hundreds, 5 groups of 10, and 5 ones, which makes the number 155. And so you can see that you want to look at the hundreds first, and those are both the same. The tens next. Oh, those are still both the same. Now we have to look at the ones to decide which one is bigger or greater than. 9 is bigger or greater than 5. So we're going to draw our little chompy guy facing the big number. Chomp, chomp, chomp. And so now you're going to try it with this one. Let's see if we can figure out what this number is. One group of 100, 1, 2, 3 groups of 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. So that is 138. And just looking at the picture, I'm going to think that maybe this is the bigger one because I don't see as many ones here, but I could be wrong. Oh, look, I'm looking more carefully, and I see there's more tens than there are right here. So let's see. This was 138. This is 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 141, 142. So 138 is less than 142, and I would choose to write my symbol like this because it's chomping the big number. So I want you to watch that little video that's extra and then try this page. Well, that's all I got for you this week, frogs. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Send me your work pictures, one for reading, one for writing, one for math. Take care. See you soon. Bye.